So my rookie year, which was 2012, we had Peyton Manning. We lost to the Baltimore Ravens in the playoffs, and the way they were able to like kind of get back to get the score tight again was all these calls that the refs were making, these pass interference calls that can be called both ways at any time. Pretty much, there's a penalty on every play, so it all depends on when the ref wants to call it. So yeah, I do think that part of the NFL is who's going to bring the most money and what's the story, right? It was Ray Lewis's last year that year, blah, blah, blah. This year, obviously, like the Chiefs weren't that great of it. They lost to the Broncos this year in a game. So they weren't like at their best. They played really good football in the playoffs, but a lot of things were going their way, and I thought they were going to implode when I saw Travis like freaking out on Andy Reid on the sideline. And, it looked like they were kind of starting to, egos were starting to get in the way, but I really did. I thought they were going to implode, but the X factor there is the Swifties, and they're bringing an entire new market into the NFL, right? People that they would never watch football are now going to watch football, and they're getting the ratings because where the money comes from is the ratings. That's where the money's coming from. They have these huge TV deals. I mean, it's just enormous TV deals. That's what people don't get. People are like, oh, your salary's paid by ticket sales. No, that's not what pays our salary. What pays our salary is the TV deals. And that's why we were able to still continue through COVID, was because they're just the TV deals are what matter. They're not really losing that much money by not having the stadiums full. It's really more of a pain in the ass for them to keep those stadiums full.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes, if their team's not doing well, it almost loses money, towards the end of the season on the games that nobody wants to watch. But the reason why those games are so important is because people want to gamble on them. So, the NFL knows why people love to gamble. The NFL knows, there's been multiple refs in the NBA. Another one just got in trouble for taking and betting on games. So, you're a defensive lineman. At any moment, you're held on any play, almost every play. If ref wants to call a penalty, they can do it on basically, like you said, it's a judgment call on any play. So, have you felt that there was a game particularly that you remember that was just totally robbed from you? One particular game that you're like, this is weird.
Yeah, but I've also been on. It's that 2012 game.
That game.
Playoff game.
So you're saying that you definitely, even because that's what you honestly believe, though, because if people are going to clip this and this is a conspiracy, but you do think that they rigged it for Ray Lewis for him to go out as a champion. Wow. That's a bold statement, Cotton. I love to hear it, dude. I love to hear it because people don't think it's real, but it's sports entertainment.
But I've also been on the receiving end of that in a playoff game against the Steelers in 2015. Nobody ever talks about this, but Peyton, was about to get sacked and he took a knee. He fell down to his knees and nobody touched him. He stood up and threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I know, because that's kind of a judgment call, because technically if it's quarterback and he goes down or whatever for protection, they should blow it down. But if nobody touches you and your knee touches the ground, the play's still going. So I don't know. That's like a weird one. But tell me this, though. As a defense,
hold on. One more thing. The other thing is that they let our defense get away with absolute murder in 2015.
What about the tuck rule? To Tom Brady, when he fumbled, they picked the because I think Charles Woodson caused that fumble.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's countless now they've made it so that if you even breathe on the quarterback, it's a penalty. They're gonna and you not only is a penalty, you're getting fined as well. So they've made it a lot harder to get the job done because we're taught to make those quarterbacks feel us. They gotta be in fear of getting hit. And now they're not anymore and they can't even really get slung down. You can't hit them below the waist. You can't even graze their helmet. They're very well protected. They're very well paid as well. But is it player safety or is it, hey, I'm trying to protect an investment here because they're paying so much money for these quarterbacks. Average quarterbacks right now are making, at least $20 million a year. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself